There are advantages and critiques to using this structure. Um, so a couple of advantages is having a clear focus on language form. The structural syllabus, it provides a clear focus on grammatical accuracy by breaking language down into its basic forms like tenses, word order, and etc. Um, this is important because learners benefit from having concrete, measurable goals for each lesson, making it easier to understand what is being learned and what mastery looks like. It also, another advantage is a step-by-step progression. The syllabus follows a logical progression from simple to more complex language structure, which help learners build a solid foundation in their grammar. This is important because it makes it easier for learners to grasp concepts gradually without feeling overwhelmed by the complexity of the language, is especially useful for beginners. It provides predictability and structure. Teachers and students can both benefit from the predictability of a structural syllabus, as it provides a clear roadmap of what will be covered and when. This makes lesson planning straightforward and then allows for a consistent assessment of learners' grammatical knowledge. And then it also provides an effective mastery of grammar. By focusing on repetitive and structured practice, the structural syllabus ensures learners master key grammatical structures before moving on to new material. This is important because it leads a more stable and accurate use of language, which is beneficial in both written and spoken communication. Now, a couple of critiques is that it has limited communicative focus. The structural syllabus places a heavy emphasis on form and accuracy, sometimes at the expense of real-life communication skills. This is problematic because learners may be able to produce correct sentences in a controlled environment, but struggle to use the language naturally in everyday conversation, where communicative competency is more important. Another critique is that it's monotonous and repetitive. The focus on controlled, repetitive practice can lead to monotony and lack of engagement for learners. This is problematic because the approach can become boring, especially for more advanced learners or those who prefer more interactive and communicative methods. It may not cater to different learning styles, especially for those who need practical application of language. It also neglects real life context. Since the structural syllabus focuses on grammatical structures out of context, it may not provide learners with the skills to use language in a real life scenario. This is problematic because learners might be able to form grammatically correct sentences, but when faced with authentic situations, they may not know how to apply these structures naturally in conversation, such as adjusting to informal or just different cultural variations. And finally, it also is less flexible in teaching. The rigid focus on the grammatical structures can reduce teacher flexibility to address students' immediate language needs or interests. This is problematic because teachers may feel constrained to follow the syllabus strictly, which can make it harder to adapt lessons based on the communicative needs or the motivation of learners.